welcome back to my channel. So, whoa, what's wrong with my hair? Today's video is going to be a first impressions on a bunch of products that I have sitting here right in front of me. I'm going to give you kind of my overall impressions on certain things that I'm using. Not everything I used is new, but kind of a lot of stuff. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. This is the look that I came up with. Something colorful. You guys know me. If you guys want to see how I got this look and how I like these products, then just keep on watching. Oh, my eyeballs look so weird like this. It looks hilarious. Okay. Anywho, wait. I think you can actually tell my skin, which may not be a good thing because I really broke out right here. This side's not as bad, but oh, and that lovely little visitor right there. So the first thing I'm going to be using is the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette. Now, I got this about a month ago and I still haven't played with it. That's how long I've been waiting to do this video. That's how busy I've been. Anywho, I'm sure you guys have all seen it. If you haven't, this is what it looks like. One of the prettiest palettes I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Now, I've heard mixed reviews on this and I don't know what to think. Like, I heard, like, some people with Huda Beauty, I feel like you either love it or you hate it, and I feel like that's kind of reflecting in the reviews. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Morphe 441, and I'm going to go into the shades. Let's go with Eden, which is right here, and then I'll go into Blazing right here. And then we'll even go into some of this red shade that I've been dying to get a hold of. Oh, and I could already tell off the bat that these are super powdery, but I just want to let you guys know that I already primed my lids with some concealer and a little bit of translucent powder. Okay, yeah, these are super powdery off the bat, but the pigmentation seems really nice. In the pan, it's like kicking up a lot. And it seems like it's super powdery when you kind of tap your brush into the pan. Do you guys like the way I've been doing my brows lately? I've been doing them a lot darker. I used to use blonde and taupe from Anastasia, but now I'm using soft brown and ash brown in everything that they have brow wise. Does that even make sense? I feel like I can't talk today. It's so weird. Alright, so now I'm going to go into that Blazing shade, which is that orange shade, with the same brush. This one isn't as powdery as Eden. Eden was like hella powdery. But yeah, so I've never tried any of Huda's shadows. Okay, no, that's a lie. I've actually tried her first palette, which I think was called the Rose Gold palette. I liked it, but I didn't really get a chance to play with it. I actually borrowed a friend's and I got to play with it one time. But other than that, I haven't really been able to really sit down and kind of decide if I like her shadows or not. But these actually seem really nice. They seem like really pigmented, even though they are pretty powdery. I'm not mad at them because, I don't know, I kind of just always compare everything to like Anastasia shadows just because I feel like those are the ones that everyone kind of knows. And those are some of my favorites. So yeah, so the Anastasia ones are super powdery as well, but these kind of seem to be up there with them as far as like the quality. I actually really like these so far. So I don't know if I told you guys in my last video, but school has been crazy. I think the last video I even made was like in fall semester, but since then I've had winter semester and now I'm in spring. So I haven't made a video in a hot minute, but honestly guys, like I just have to put my priorities first, and school has just really had my attention lately, which I don't think is a bad thing because it is definitely one of my top priorities, if not the top priority. I love making videos. I think it's amazing, but I don't know, like it's so hard for me to kind of like stick to a schedule. Like, I really don't understand how some of those YouTubers that do this as a full-time job and go to school full-time do it. Like, the one that comes to mind is Jamie Page Beauty. Like, I literally look up to her so much because She puts out like some of the best videos. Like I always look forward to her videos. And she is in school like full time, and she does videos religiously. I think it's like twice or 3 times a week, but it's like I can't even do 1 video a week. I think it's crazy. But I don't know. I'm definitely going to try to make it more of a priority of mine. I mean, I complain to my best friend all the time how like I don't see really much growth on my YouTube channel, but it's like I say that out loud and I think how stupid I sound. Like I don't even put forth the effort that half of these YouTubers do, and I expect to like grow. Like I don't know. I just feel like I've seen people where they do like 1 or 2 videos and then like one video takes off and then they get like 50,000 subscribers. And then I've seen other YouTubers who have done like 40 videos over the course of a whole year and they've only gained like 10,000 subscribers. So it kind of just, I think, depends like on the person's like individually, because it could work both ways. But yeah, so now I'm going into the shade Saffron. Okay, this is a shade I actually really like. This is like the red, matte red shade in the palette, and it's actually staying pretty red. Like a lot of the ones that I've tried kind of get muddy, or they're just like not as red as I'd like them to be, but I actually really like this one. I also ordered the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette, so if you guys want to see a review on that one, I'm just waiting for it to come back in stock. Well, I don't know how that works because I pre-ordered it after it got sold out, so I'm not sure when it's going to be shipped. So just know that I have ordered it and I am wanting to do a review on that for sure, or a look, whatever you guys want, whatever you prefer. I'm really honest when it comes to that stuff, but yeah, just let me know in the comments below. Okay, so I'm really liking this so far. All these colors are actually really vibrant. I'm going to go back into Blazing and a little bit of Eden and kind of just go over the edges. So the shade Retrograde is really calling my name. It's like this blue purpley duochrome. So I'm just going to cut my crease really quick and then I'm going to be right back and apply that shade to see how well it applies. Okay, so I'm going to take a flat shader brush like this one and I'm going to load up my brush with that color. And then it's looking to me like it's a little bit flaky, so I'm going to spray my brush with Fix Plus and see how that comes out. Let's see. It's really like flaky and chunky in the pan, like when you move it around, but I don't really mind that just because I feel like shadows that have a lot of payoff to them tend to be kind of chunky when it comes to like shimmery eyeshadows. But it kind of just depends how well the shadow lays down on your eye. That's what's important. And so far, I kind of like it. I think you kind of have to like go like this to the pan. You can't just like swipe it nicely because it is so chunky. But it seems to have really nice payoff when you use it wet. The dark brown, and I'm just gonna put it along the lash line right here. Ooh, it's really powdery. I love the way it's looking so far. It's really vibrant, it's really nice. So I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so as you can see, I finished the other eye. I am going to throw on some mascara and some lashes. The lashes I'm using today are, I think they're called Serenity by Flutter Lashes. I'll leave them in the down bar below. I'm just going to give a few of my thoughts on the palette so far. And okay, so I love the mattes. I think the mattes are really, really nice. They're more of like a, well, I don't know. What the reviews that I was reading or watching over the past couple months about this palette was that like a lot of the shadows are very inconsistent. And I can see where people are coming from because the first shadow that I tried with Eden was that light peach shade, and that one was super powdery and it took a while for it to build up, and it was pressed really softly. The other shades, like the orange and the red shade that I used, were a lot more dry. They were still really pigmented, but they definitely weren't as soft or creamy as, like, let's say the Anastasia shadows. So I can see the inconsistency there. So I obviously only used one shimmer, but from what I can tell, a lot of the other shimmers are pressed like this. And it's pressed super hard and chunky. You have to work really, really hard to kind of get the pigment to show up. I'm pretty sure like if you swatch it on the back of your hand or on your eye, It's not going to show up unless you use it wet. Like I said, because they are so chunky, I feel like when you use them dry, they're going to fall off your eye and onto your face. So as far as like Celestial, Cosmo, Twilight, Retrograde, I can't really tell if all the other ones are like that. They just look like they're pressed the same way. So unless you're like willing to use these shadows wet, then I wouldn't recommend this palette because it is so expensive. But if you are experienced with makeup and you want kind of a combination of different textures, then I actually really do like this because I feel like you get a lot of variety and you can make a lot of looks with them so far. But that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to apply my lashes and then I'll be right back. You guys, like, I'm just so over my skin. Like, I'm so over it. Okay, so I'm going to prime the skin with the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Instant Retouch Primer. This is not new. I've been using it actually since the foundation came out. So for almost like 6 months, I want to say. But I actually really do like this because it's hydrating, but it still gives that like blurring effect without being too silicone-y or like fake feeling. I love the smell. I think it smells really, really nice and it feels really nice on the skin. I mostly focus this on the center of my face and then a little bit on my forehead. Not too much because I feel like when you put too much primer or you overload on it, it makes your foundation sit really weird. So don't want to do that. I'm just going to chop the rest in with my fingers. And then for foundation, this isn't that new. Well, this isn't new at all actually, but it's not that new to me. I got it about a month, 2 months ago, but I've only used it a couple times. I'm in love with this. I don't really hear too much people on YouTube talking about this. It's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This is what it looks like. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this, but I only got it because the girl on Instagram, her name's By Brickell. I love that name, by the way. I'm like stealing that and naming my daughter that. Anywho, I love her. She's beautiful and I love her her eyeshadow looks. I think she does really great eyeshadow looks. She always posts that she uses this foundation and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a try. So I got it and I really like it. I love the doe foot applicator. I think it's really unique, but at the same time, this one doesn't hold that much product, so I feel like I have to keep dipping in. So it's not my favorite, but I really like this. I think it's a good shade match for me. It's more of like a neutral color than warm. So I'm going to start with that and I'm going to go in with my Morphe sponge and I'm just going to start blending this. Alright, so I'm going to touch on my skin a little bit because if you guys have been watching my videos for a while now, or if you guys have like seen a few of my videos, I'm sure you'll notice that my skin has never really looked like this. It's an issue that I'm dealing with right now. I have never dealt with acne before. It's never been something that I've ever had to deal with. And I never really understood when people said like, oh, I'm so ashamed of like my skin or like I'm embarrassed. I still don't really because I don't have like the worst acne in the world. I just have like a few cystic pimples here and there. But it's just so new to me that it's kind of shocking. Like it's not something that I'm used to dealing with. So obviously it's like new to me. But at the same time, it really is bothering me. I still go out of the house without makeup, but I don't feel as confident as I used to. And I feel like I need to work on that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to actually try are things that I've been dying to try. I ordered these like at least a month to 2 months ago. These are the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealers. So I got one in C2 and one in C13. So I got one to highlight and contour. The one I'm actually kind of worried about is the C13 because it looks really, really warm and orangey. So I don't know how it's going to look, but we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't look too crazy. So I heard, the reason I got this because I kind of heard that this formula is really similar to the Tarte Shape, oh my god, I almost said it, Tarte Shape Tape, which I'm sure you guys have heard. But what's funny is that I'm not even the biggest fan of Tarte Shape Tape. Like I feel like it looks really, really heavy and dry on my under eyes. So I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I heard it's like not as thick, so That's why I wanted to try this one out instead, and it's like ridiculously cheaper. So yeah. Oh, this one isn't as light as I thought it was gonna be. Well, it seems to be blending out really nicely. So what are you guys watching right now? I just started Pretty Little Liars. No, I haven't seen it. I know everyone's like shocked that I've been telling. Like, everybody gets mad at me because I'm the type of person that I don't really like surprises. So I don't care if I know what happens in a whole series. Like, I will literally look it up, and that's exactly what I did with Pretty Little Liars. I don't really fully understand like what's going on in like the plot points, so it's just something I'm going to have to watch. So that's why I'm kind of like so addicted to it, because I just need to find out and I need to see what happened. All right, I'm gonna go in with this contour shade. Woo! That's really dark. I'm honestly so nervous. This looks so crazy. Okay, I'm gonna take a duo fiber brush and blend that out. Okay, so I definitely put too much. Of course this would happen to little old me. Oh, okay, so I can tell these concealers kind of dry fast because it's a little bit harder to blend out. Blending really nicely over this foundation. Ooh, girl, I look bronzy. Okay, so far I actually really like the concealer. I think it looks really nice. I'm just gonna set with a little bit of under eye powder. Oh crap, I just realized I had a new powder to try. Game boba. Okay, this was the powder I was gonna try, the Fit Me number 5. I'm so dumb because I forgot. All right, well, I'm just going to use that to bake my contour. I wish my chin was like super snatched. Not my chin, what am I talking about? My jawline. I wish my jawline was super snatched. Like, I feel like this one isn't like as protruding as this one is. Like, I like the way this one looks instead of that one. Does that make sense? Okay. I definitely don't need to contour my nose because it looks really brown already as opposed to the rest of my face. So we'll just skip that. All right, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this powder and the sponge. And I'm gonna go ahead and... Wow, this powder is so finely milled. Like, it's so crazy. This is like a $5 or $6 powder. And it literally feels like the Laura Mercier one. I'm like shook. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in a little bit so I can finish the eyes. I'm gonna go in with the shade, whoa Nelly, Amethyst, which is that matte purple, and then I'm gonna incorporate a little bit of the shimmery one right next to it. Just for kicks, just because we're feeling a little bit spicy today. And, ow, ow, that come burn. Woo! Ow. Shit, ow. I don't know if that was the eyeshadow or because it's a powder, but that has never burned like that before. Ow. Woo. Yo, girl was burned. Okay, I'm not loving this powder on my nose. It's really sticking to it right here. Oy. Oh my god, do you guys get like runny noses when you do your makeup? Because I really don't understand why this always happens to me. Always. It like without fail never not happens. Let's see. Ooh. Wait, I'm so confused. Go away. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but like where I put that powder is like super, like, I don't know, it didn't come off very nicely and it's making my skin look so dry. So I don't know like how I feel about that powder. It's just, it's stuck to my nose. It's stuck to like all my little like spots. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to try that again if I ever do, but let's see. For blush, I'm gonna use the Glossier Cloud Paint in Dusk. They sent this to me a while ago, but I've never tried it, so I'm gonna try it now. Whoa, I thought it was gonna be way more moussey than that, but it's not, and I think I used way too much. I'm actually just going to try to use my finger for this, so let's try. Ooh. Why do I keep putting too much? Like, this is actually funny. Like, someone needs to stop me. Ooh. I kind of like that. That's pretty. So I've been loving the Morphe setting spray ever since I got it a couple months ago. I'm going to use that to set my makeup. And then I have both of these to try. I have actually both of these to try. This is the MAC Hyper Real Glow highlighting kit palette, whatever I was going to say. And then this is the Fenty Beauty highlighter duo in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. So I like both of them. I think they're really pretty. They're both like more of like the pinkier shades. I'm going to actually go in with the Fenty one because I have used the Hyper Real Glow on a client before. So I'm going to try the Fenty one instead. Alright, so I heard that the this side, like the almost darker side, is more of like a creamy consistency. So I'm actually going to apply that with my beauty sponge. Let's see how that works. Alright, I'm feeling that base. I really like that. It blends really nicely. It's sitting nicely on top of my foundation. I'm actually really liking that. One thing that's going right. Alright, so then I'm going to take my highlighting brush and the other side, which seems to be a little bit more glittery and powdery, I'm going to set that on top. Ooh! Mama like. Ooh, that's pretty. Yes, good. Looking flaky. Looking flaky. Alright, for lips today, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go in with my trusty Sephora lip stain in number 23. This is literally the lip that I choose when I can't pick. This is the finished look. I know this video is probably like 40 minutes long, but I love you guys. If you guys still stuck around, thank you so much. Let me know what else you guys want to see from me. If you guys want to see that blood sugar palette review, I will definitely get that out there for you once it comes in. So I love you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.